Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome. I'm Leah of Pygmy Tiger Knits on Instagram and here on YouTube. This is my podcast. We talk about knitting, we talk about life, we talk about fiber arts, we talk about motherhood. So let's just dig in today. If you are a new viewer, welcome. I hope you like it. If you do, please subscribe, like, follow, share, comment. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much. Keep it coming. Tell your friends. Make sure you're subscribing and liking, comment, sharing. Thank you so much. My numbers are still growing and that's awesome. Oh crap, we forgot to pick our viewer. Hold on, let me get the iPad. I'll pull it up because we're supposed to do our Instagram giveaway. Let's check it out. I'm pulling up Instagram. Pulling it up here on my iPad. There we go. We have 6 comments. I'm going to text my husband and have him pick a number between 1 and 6. Anyway, we'll wait for him to respond. So it has been a week. All of us got strep throat. All 5 of us, my husband and I included, we all got strep. The kids also have this awful residual cough that either has to do with strep or is just another viral virus. Yay. Oh, he chose 5. Okay, let's look. So comment number 5. Oh, sorry. Nope, 14. Whoops. I will redo that. I'll have him redo that. So all the kids have strep. The residual cough. Strep is no longer an issue because the antibiotics kicked in. But now Maggie has this whole issue on her neck and back and I just need my kids to feel better. So that's been crazy hectic. Also, Halloween was yesterday and we've been doing October vlogs and it's been busy. I'm glad they're over. I'm glad I got to practice with them in preparation for Vlogmas. Hey, babe.
Hey, Leah.
Pick a number 1 through 14.
1 through 14.
Yes.
3.
3. He picked number 3. So let's check who's the winner. It's taking a minute to upload. So anyway, I just need everybody to feel better. Halloween was in there. They still had a great time. They were mermaid princesses and an anemone. So if you want to see that, go ahead and check vlog number 13. I am very grateful for vlogging. it was fun. Some days I would get overwhelmed and just leave the editing to the next day. I'm going to try really hard not to do that in December because it's easier to tackle just one. So that was really fun. Learned a lot. Need to get some sort of handheld camera to get the camera further away from me and be a little bit steadier with my phone. But that was really fun. So I don't know where my, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Stay home, Holly. You are the winner. Winner. DM me with your address and I will get that price sent off to you. Post. You have I'll give you 2 weeks to do that. Stay home, Holly. And then if you don't claim it, then I'm going to choose another one. So yeah, A little bit of knitting this week, not as much as I'd like because I was working on finishing Halloween costumes and whatnot and running here and there and just generally being exhausted at home for a whole week with sick kids. So they did get to go back to school today. That was really great. I know they really needed it. Lucy lost her hat at school, but apparently we got an email from the teacher saying they found it. Thank goodness. I wasn't too worried that they weren't going to be able to find it though. I mean, it's bright green and they know that I knit them hats. So, I mean, either way, a lost hat is a lost hat. I just make another one. So I did get a couple things done. You guys already knew that I got Edie's Christmas sweater all finished knitting. Still got to weave in the end, still got to block. Here's Lucy's, all done. And Miss Maggie May, hers is hopefully going to be done tonight. I have to do the sleeves, but her sleeves are much smaller circumference and shorter. So we have 1, 2, and 3 little girl Christmas sweaters that coordinate with their mama. So they're all just slightly different when which color is where and whatnot. Same exact pattern, but they do end up looking just slightly different, which I love. So we coordinate, aka match. But those were really, really, really fun. I'm really happy with how those turned out. Extremely happy with the yarn. Super impressed. I've had one of, and that pattern again is the Christmas in July sweater by Tanis Fiber Arts, and the yarn was Nicole Hugh Loco yarn, and all of the color work was a Color Riot 20 gram 10 color pack called Sexy Christmas, and the body was Snowshoe is the color. So out of that one Color Riot pack, I got the yokes for 4 sweaters. One was adult, the rest of them were children, and I have enough yarn left over. I still have almost 50 grams. That's enough for a whole nother kid yoke. So how crazy. Maybe this year will be the year that Charlie gets a sweater. We'll see. We'll see. I shouldn't promise that yet because there is a ton of knitting that needs to happen in November. Things coming down the pipeline. So that's basically what I'm doing next. I only got another inch on Brenton socks this week because I was really focused on the sweaters and Halloween costumes. So I'll get Maggie's sweaters done, get those socks done. I want to crank out a couple more pairs of socks. My goal is to have all of the gift knitting done by the end of November. And I'd love to have another sweater for me, but I'm going to give myself a very small window for doing that. When I get to go to a fiber retreat in 2 weeks. I get to go to the Sleeping Bear Fiber Retreat up in Northport, Michigan. I was very lucky because all the spots were full when I inquired about it, but I got on the wait list and a spot opened up. So me and my friend Sue are going. I'm very excited. I cannot wait. So that is not this coming weekend, the next weekend. And so that is, we arrive Thursday night, so Friday, Saturday, and a little bit Sunday morning. I plan on working on a sweater while I'm there. I'm going to do my knit collage sweater. So I need to swatch this week so that way I can check my gauge and be ready to cast on. I might cast on before I get there. We'll see. I'll see so I'm going to allow that weekend selfish knitting. I'll probably have that sweater and a pair of socks for myself to go. And I'll tell you what socks I'm going to do. Now, if you are a person who does not like peeking and follows the rules of when you're supposed to open something, you need to look away in a few seconds. You all know that I love Advent. I love Advent knitting. I love Advent calendars. I love all of the things. So there are several dyers who now have self-striping 24 stripe Advent skeins for socks for Christmas. I am participating in several, so I have chosen not to open all of them on December 1st. I'm going to kind of knit them as I get them. So one arrived this week. It's from Freckled Whimsy. Here's the tag, her logo. Freckled Whimsy. Super cute. I got hers last year. It was a very shitty Christmas from Schitt's Creek themed, and it was lovely, and I loved it. I actually ordered it after Christmas because I didn't find out about it till then, and she did another pre-order because she had so much interest. So I got this year's skein, If you do not want to see it, look away now. Here it comes. I'm not teasing. It's coming. So here's this year's color. Oh my God, I'm so excited. It looks so beautiful. She named it Serendipity. So I don't know if she's being inspired by the Serendipity movie. When I ordered it, she didn't give us any hints. And this lovely green for the contrast. Super excited about that. So I'm going to take that with me. And while we're on acquisitions, let's just do that. I showed last time these two Whole Lotta DK skeins from Loco Did It. There's her logo, Loco Did It. And her Whole Lotta DK base, this is 250 grams DK weight. You get 725 yards. It's 85 pull worth and 15% silk, non-superwash. So I fell in love with this color first. It's called October Sky, and I wanted a contrast to it to do a color work full body sweater. It was going to be the Goon 3, and it sat on my shelf for a while just waiting, and then after trying on my friend Chelsea's Goon 3, I decided it was just too thick and heavy and hot for me. But I did get this color as the contrast for it way back then, and it's called Professor Plum. And after I pulled these out just recently, I thought, oh, because it's this cube right here I've been staring at. That's sweater quantities. This cube is several sweater quantities. So I'm like, ooh, we need to tackle that. And I went on Loco Did It because I did some research and finally picked patterns. I'm actually going to split up the yarn and do the October Skies as one sweater and the Professor Plum as another, because I do have enough. But I did need a different contrast for this because I still wasn't feeling it. And it was so funny because when I went onto Loco Did It's website, she had placed some other colors next to October Skies. And so I chose this one. It's called the Beauty School Dropout. And it's like these flecks that are in here. It just contrasts beautifully. So this is going to be an Andrea Mowry pattern where there's brioche at the collar and then color work the rest of the body. So that's really fun. That'll be coming down the pipeline soon. That's going to be my next sweater after I finish my knit collage. And then I'm going to use the Professor Plum color to do this sweater. And it is called, let me find it, the Boatyard Pullover. And it's in this book called Texture by Hannah Fettig. So that will also be coming down the pipeline shortly. Get some of those yarns and sweater quantities that have been on my shelves for a while and finally start knitting them. And I think a lot of it also has to do with the fact that I've lost so much weight in the last year. I've lost over 50 pounds. And so I feel a lot more confident in how I look. And I'm happier with how I look. And I feel better and whatnot. So knitting more sweaters that fit me how I would like things to fit is very nice. I'm actually revisiting some of the sweaters that are in my stash that I've knit before, and they're much too large now. And I'm like, oh, but I don't want to get rid of you. Should I like rip it all out and knit again so I don't waste it? And then I get to knit it twice, and that's really fun. So that's coming down the pipeline. I've chosen, oh, here is the Spun Right Round 13 Days of Halloween. Dun, 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 dun. They're all opened and gorgeous, of course, because Renee is just fabulous with color and yarn. I still love everything her style. So that is the completed 13 days. Makes me very excited for her Christmas one. I wonder if she's going to go brighter or go more jewel tones for Christmas. Very excited, very happy with this. So it will live in the box for a bit until I figure out what I want to make out of it. It would make a lovely shawl. I don't tend to wear a ton of shawls. I wear sweaters, I wear cowls, I wear hats, lots of socks. So we'll see what I do. We'll figure it out. The other things that are coming down the pipeline, I'm going to talk, the next socks that are coming up are, this is from the Cozy Knitter. This is her Bliss Bays, her Country Christmas colorway. And I knit my dad's girlfriend Karen a pair of socks using this colorway last year, and her sister keeps swiping her socks when she comes to visit. So Karen asked if I could make her sister a pair of socks, and I had her help me pick the color, and I was like, this is the color that was your sock. She goes, oh, perfect. So now they're going to have matching socks. And I also pulled out Uncle Marty. I don't know if you watch my podcast, but if you do, spoiler. So Brenton's uncle really liked the America socks, which that's really not what the colorway is called. It's from the Painted Tiger, and it's called Grand Old Flag. Self striping. And if you've seen previous episodes, you know that this stripes red and white stripes, and then the blue, she did a dye technique, so it has flecks of white in it, so it looks like stripes, or not stripes, stars in the blue. Very cool. And when I posted these that I made for Brenton, Uncle Marty commented and said, this year's Christmas socks, ? This will be the third year I've knit Uncle Marty a pair of Christmas socks. He lives in Arizona. I've never met him. He's super sweet. He didn't attend our wedding, and that was fine. I understand travel, cats, the whole thing. But he's always sent Brenton, he always sends Brenton a birthday gift. He always sends me a card on my birthday. And the girls, he always sends them a card with a little something in it, which is just so sweet. He's just darling. And last year, after his second pair of hand-knit socks, and we also send him Christmas cookies that we make, he sent, in my birthday card, he sent some money, and the birthday card had llamas on it and said, for some alpaca llama yarn. And I was like, oh my gosh, just so sweet. So thank you for thinking of me, Uncle Marty. I'm glad that he enjoys his socks that I make him. So I'll be excited to knit those. My whole process is, let's knit the people who have the largest feet first, then go. I'm also knitting the girls their first hand knit socks because they've been asking. Oh God, I'm going to create monsters here. So that's coming down the pipeline. I don't know why I keep saying pipeline today. Also, what I need to work on this week is the Christmas stocking. I have it in my Black Pearl Magic bag. I need to get in there and get that done because I very much like having commissions out the door, especially if they're Christmas stockings well before Thanksgiving. So that is this week. So sweater first, Brenton sock second, this Christmas stocking next, swatching for my sweater, and winding yarn so it's ready to go for everything else. So yay. I also have some Christmas stockings that I want to give my neighbors. My dad is having his knee replaced on Thursday, so let's count all the projects. Maggie's sweater will be done today. Brenton's sock will hopefully be done before I leave to go down for surgery. So maybe I'll just take all the Christmas stockings and my swatches, so I can have those done, because knitting swatches is quite easy and fast. So swatches, Christmas stockings are what we're going to focus on this week. I also set out this yarn. It's getting colder here this morning. It was in the low 30s. So Edie is in outdoor preschool, so she gets really bundled up. And her and Lucy both picked out these two yarns when we were in Seattle on Bainbridge Island. We went for a day trip, and we went to the Lamb and Kid. Loved it. And they each picked this yarn. Of course, they're my kids. And of course, they picked cashmere yak yarn. I'm raising them right, but it's a little bit too early. Anyway, my mom would say, My mom and dad always teased me for having expensive tastes when I was little. Well, expensive tastes are learned. So, I mean, they're doing something right or something wrong. We'll see. So, I need to make their cowls. So that way they have this beautiful next to skin soft. So that will be in there. Yeah, here we go. Dream knitting. I have been asked to design a knit for a shop hop, which I will tell you guys more about as it comes along. I'll show you the yarn when it comes. So I'm very excited to work with Laura and design some socks. I've also been toying with designing a Christmas cowl for myself, I've told you guys about. So that's all mapped out, but I think the one for the shop hop needs to take precedent. Also, so I always get, it's so funny. Does anybody else have, if you're a prolific knitter like me and you enjoy knitting for your kids like I do. Hold on. Are you giggling at me?
No.
What are you giggling at?
I'm reading Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy, and they're wonderful.
Okay. I thought he was laughing at me in there. He's waiting for me because we're going to watch 13 Ghosts tonight because we were too exhausted last night to watch our Halloween movie. So because people know that I knit, and they know that I knit for the kids, anytime they're wearing a sweater that is knit, people assume that I made it and ask. Specifically, 2 different sweaters that I bought at Target. This one is one of my absolute favorite sweaters for the girls to wear. I have it in just about, I think, every size. I think I bought it when the first size we have is 12-month and 18-month. And then I went back on clearance and bought every single size that I could find on clearance because I love this sweater. It's super cute. It's mostly garter stitch. And every now and then there's a patch like this where there's like 2 stockinette ridge between our garter ridge and here on the pink. But there's sparkly yarn in it. This is like very tweedy, woolen spun look to it. There's peaches, there's some purpley, some pink, the blue, the cream. I love this sweater. I love the cut of it. I love everything about it. Clearly, it is obviously cut and seamed together. And then this is actually an applied edge garter stitch. I have no idea how they did that with a machine, but I don't know anything about machine knitting. But I love this sweater. I would love to design a sweater for myself inspired by this. But I love all of these colors and I just have no idea where to start with the yarn. I've reached out to one dyer to see, and she doesn't really have an idea about this kind of yarn where it's just flex. It's very tweedy. I don't know. I don't know. But I want it. So anybody out there got any ideas? I need this sweater in grown-up size for me. And the other sweater that we always get asked about, Lucy's wearing it today. It's another colorwork sweater. And I always get asked if I made that one. No, she just looks good in it. Yeah. Anyway, I've learned to edit. Yay! It's taken a bit. I need to now figure out how to import my own songs and audio. I'm assuming you have to figure out and pay royalties and pick free songs or else you could get in trouble. So we'll figure that out because I'd love to have some Christmassy music when we do vlogs. Need to figure out some sort of phone holding device, recording device that stabilizes my phone a little bit more. Because when I put it on me, it's harder to hold still. Do you hear him cackling out there? Oh my God. He's so loud. Everybody says that Brenton's laugh sounds like Seth Rogen. The other thing this week, so you guys know I love progress keepers. For those of you who don't remember what progress keepers are, they're these lovely things, knitting jewelry to mark, you know, that first day of knitting Maggie's sweater I got to here, the second day I knit all the way to here, and so on and so forth. I love them. They keep me motivated when I'm knitting. Oh, look how far I've gotten today. I wonder if I can go another inch. How long is it going to take me to go another inch? I love progress keepers. I have lots of them. The Christmas ones are my favorite. And Miss Joanne of the Nome Knitter. Here's her cute little logo. Isn't it cute? Waffles with some strawberries on it. She put some new Christmas ones out. So I got a new little gingerbread house. It's hard to see. Sorry. Ah! A little gingerbread house. And this one is a cookie with a little rainbow candy cane on it. And a glazed donut. Hold on, that's the back side. So shiny. So shiny. Cute. And today, a whole sheet of cookies. Look at that. Whole sheet of cookies. Super cute. And a sweet little snowman. Sweet little snowman. Super excited. So gonna be using those all holiday season. And anytime I'm making a Christmas knit, I use those, no matter the time of year, because they're too special to only use one time a year. So that's pretty much it tonight with all the vlogmases, or not vlogmas, sorry, October vlogs, Halloween vlogs. I've been pretty busy, but I thought you'd enjoy. So Charlie, you say bye. Oh, there's a Charlie. There's a Charlie boy. Christmas kitty. Yes. I hope you all have a great week. I hope you keep knitting. I hope you're doing some selfish knitting. If you've only been focused on gift knitting, or if you're just selfish knitting, bravo. I admire that. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you next time.